Hello, my air signs. This is Aviva Tamar, and this is a tarot card reading. We are going to talk about September. What can you expect, excuse me, in the month of September? So, we're going to start out with my Hedge Witch's Botanical Oracle and a general message for all air signs, and then we will get into the individual air sign. The individual air signs, and each one will get its own little 10-minute slot. So look for the timestamps down below in the little doobly-doo section. But let's get into your initial general overall for all the air signs, your general theme of September. What do the air signs need to know? What do the air signs need to know about September? Nourish. Plantain. All right. Look at that lovely artwork. This is, like I said, the Hedge Witch's Botanical Oracle, and it is by Cielo Thompson. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It is a lovely deck. Check it out. Anyway. These are in alphabetical order, and of course I'm going backwards. What is going on? Why can't I find it? Oh, that's why, because I'm looking in the wrong place. There it is. Found it. There we go. Okay. Plantain. Nourish. One of the most abundant and widely distributed medicinal plants in the world, the broadleaf plantain, which can be found almost anywhere. And this is not like plantain, like the banana-looking thing that you can eat. This is a different kind of plantain, okay? This is not the tropical thing, okay? The oracle property, nourish, is inspired not just by the gift of nourishment this plant offers, but by its sheer availability. Often in life, the things we need are right in front of us if we are willing to see and accept them. In turn, it is in our power to offer support, time, or resources to those around us, even when we feel uncertain or insecure. The Judgment card connects with plantain in this way, relating to service, balance, and the give and take of the universe. If you are in need, open your mind to what is immediately around you. Stop to consider what you have to offer the world and how you can nourish others. Ooh, make yourself available. Yeah, make yourself available. Look for ways in which you can help and nourish and serve others. Even when you feel like you have nothing, there's always somebody who is doing worse off than you, and that is not to make you feel like your suffering is not valid. That's just to let you know that there's always somebody that you can help, and that helps to raise both of you up because you are lifted up by that vibration of service, and the other person is lifted up by your service. So don't just nourish yourself, also look for how you can nourish others in the month of September, my air signs. And then we have the Wild Offering Oracle with my lovely friend Ganesha on Zibak as a Cots. And we are going to, here we go. Companionship and money are the two little things I got for you here. We got companionship when you fully bless and embrace your aloneness. You're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. And then money. She's got the Pink Floyd song. I'm not going to do it any justice. Look up the Pink Floyd song Money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. So, my air signs, overall, you're going to get everything that you need in the month of September. You don't have to put any worry, put any extra effort or extra thought into receiving the basics, the bare necessities. Your needs will be met. In September, you just need to be willing to receive, and you need to be open to giving, to nourishing and lifting up others, because that is going to be part of the process of receiving your blessings things in the month of September. So that is your general overall message. Nourish yourself and nourish others. Lift yourself up. Allow things to come and go as they please. Don't strive for companionship because the right companions will come to you. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Don't strive for money either, because money will come to you. Everything's going to come to you without effort. What you need to do is focus on service and lifting up others. Okay, so that is your general message for my air signs. So now we are going to go on and get into your individual messages, and we are going to start with Gemini, and then we'll do Libra, and then we will do, is it Aquarius? I do believe it is Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So yeah, starting with Gemini, then we'll do Libra, then we'll do Aquarius. I'm rambling. We'll see you later. Okay, Gemini, I'm ready for you. Are you ready for me? I'm ready for you. Let's do this. Okay, so I have my Universal Rider-Waite Tarot ready to go. Just going to attempt to give it one last shuffle, though it didn't work very well. It decided that it wasn't going to cooperate with me. So how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you ready for September? I'm ready for September. September is going to be a wonderful month. Let's see what September has for you. Right off the bat, we have the Seven of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. That does not look so good. Let's get some clarity. We have, the Fool also, and the Knight of Wands. So not all bad. All right. Let's talk about what we have. So the Seven of Swords is almost always like a self-deception or deception of some kind. This dude thinks he's getting away with something, right? So what I see here in September with the Two of Pentacles, that alternating kind of multitasking kind of energy, it's like it's like you're deceiving yourself into thinking that you can handle all of the things. I can do all of the things. That's what this is. I can do all of the things. Watch me. I can do all of the things. Just watch me get all of the things done. You can't do all of the things. That's the problem. There's very much like the energy Gemini in September of like, I can accomplish all of the things. Don't worry about me. I will just take on all of the things and I can accomplish all of the things all by myself. That's kind of the energy I've got here. And it's not necessarily like a bad thing. I'm just saying you might be lying to yourself a little bit with that Seven of Swords energy. You could be telling yourself that you can handle a lot. Yep. When in reality, you're kind of, you need some help. You need some assistance, right? You're in this space, like, right, the Chariot space. And so what these cards here are telling me is that there's some good that's going to come from this. There's lessons to be learned in September with this, like, high energy state that you're going to be in. They're, like, let's backtrack a little bit. You're going to have a lot of energy. That's the reason you're going to be thinking that you can take on all of the things, because you have these like alternating energies. You're feeling ready to go, but at the same time, like, it's not going to help you financially to try to take all the things on. And by the end of the month, if you do take on all of the things, you're going to feel exhausted. Okay. You just are. Right? Slow and steady wins the race is the mantra that you need to remember during September, my friend, because this Chariot moves very, very slowly. You can see that it is made of stone, that it is at rest currently in this picture, you know. Now, when the Chariot comes up, though, it makes me think of Miss Frizzle. It is a space that is protected, that allows us to make mistakes and get messy and take chances and all that. And with this Knight of Wands energy, you know, you have that forward momentum. You have a lot of energy in the month of September. You're going to feel like you can get a lot done. And it's okay to do the trial and error to figure out how much you can take on, but you must also acknowledge to yourself when you have taken on too much. Don't try to deceive yourself and others into thinking that you can handle absolutely anything that the world wants to throw at you without any help, because you cannot. It is okay when this Five of Pentacles energy occurs, you know, when you feel like, oh my gosh, I am overwhelmed, I have taken on far too much. that is when you need to, ask for help, okay? Now, the Fool, though, I want to get a little bit more information about the Fool here in September. Oh, and right off the bat, we have the Eight of Wands. So it's more of just that momentum, right? You are ready and willing to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. You are ready and raring to go, my Gemini friends. You have a lot of... Whoa! Did y'all see that? It just came out one right after the other. That was awesome. No, yeah, Gemini, you're ready and raring to go. You have a lot of energy, a lot of momentum in the month of September. It's just that because that energy, because you're an air sign, it could be that energy is a little bit unfocused, and you as a Gemini, your energy just naturally kind of ebbs and flows and alternates. So I just want you to be aware that with all of this energy comes the potential to lie to yourself a little bit and be like, it's okay, I can take this on, when in reality, tomorrow you might not feel so good and you might not be willing to do all of the things. So you should probably slow yourself down just a little bit. It's okay to take those chances, but you also need to admit to yourself when you've taken on too much. I know I'm repeating myself. That's my thing. But I like to drive home the point by beating the dead horse. Speaking of a dead horse, we have death, okay? So we have death, and that means that change. We have death, and that means that change. That is all. Yeah, death just means change. It just means change. It could be a slow and steady change that you see coming. It could be a sudden change. Doesn't matter. It's death, change. Something is ending, most likely. We also have here strength and temperance. The fact that all three of these came out together. Look at all these major arcana. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the power here. Look at the power here. Look at that. This is amazing. What, Gemini, you're leaving behind something in September. You're definitely putting an end to something in September that allows you to feel far more confident and far more freed, right? Through this process of taking chances, making mistakes, and getting messy, through taking on too much and then realizing what you need to put down, you're going to figure out where your center is, and you're going to be able, with the strength card, that's about bringing together the sides of your personality, that more instinctual side of yourself that runs off of what does my body want? What does my body need? And then the part of yourself that goes, but what is the right thing? That's the kind of, that's what goes on with the strength card, is like you're balancing out those two things. What is the right thing, and what does my body want and need? And then with temperance, it's more like that higher self is getting guidance from a more high source. So I really feel like your intuition will probably grow a lot in the month of September, my Gemini friends. It's okay to step out of your comfort zone. Wow, words. I just bit my tongue. It's okay to step out of your comfort zone and make yourself uncomfortable. It's okay to take advantage of the energy you have when you have it. I just want to drive home this point of just be honest with yourself when you've taken on too much, and be willing to lay things down, or you're going to end up missing some details and it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. That's just the message I'm getting here, my friends. I'm just going to tell you what I see, and what I see is what I'm telling you. All right. So that's that. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. She is letting us know that revelations could be coming through in September. She lets us know that truths could be revealed. She lets us know that our mind is probably going to be the source of a solution to our problem. So take care of your brain and your mental abilities, okay? Don't neglect them. It looks like your emotions are going to be a large part of this. The two suits that came up big time, the strong energies in your reading, because it's mostly major arcana, let's be real. But you have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands, and then the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So your emotions are going to be driving you in a big way in September. And then finances also. So those two things combined are going to be your driving forces. The source of struggle is going to be your mind and your inability and your ego, most likely. And so the way past that is also through your mind, through controlling your mind, and through quieting it so that you can get to the truth, if that makes sense. And then, and of course, the Queen of Wands is just below the Queen of Swords. Like I said, you have a lot of emotion driving you in the month of September. Oh my gosh. And on the top of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So yes, again, we have those alternating energies like we saw with the Two of Pentacles. But there's a lot of self-love when the Ace of Cups comes up. There's a renewal of self-love. And with that Death card and the Five of Pentacles, it looks like you will be putting an end to things that take away from your self-respect, that take away from your self-love, things that distract you from loving on yourself. It's okay to leave those behind. You're going to be doing a lot of trial and error, but by the end of the month, you will have learned how to take care of yourself properly and how to balance that out with taking care of those around you, if that makes sense. Yeah. You're gonna be able to balance out your finances and your self-care, your social life, and your mental life, and all that by the end of this month, through a willingness to go through some trial and error and a willingness to admit when you've taken on too much and just let go of the things that you don't necessarily need. You're gonna, at the end of the month, feel a lot more secure in yourself, a lot more confident, and you're going to have a better sense of how to care for yourself. Okay. So September looks like a really good month for you, Gemini. There are some lessons that need to be learned, but they won't be learned if you're not willing to step out of your comfort zone. So it's okay to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy in the month of September again, and again. I just have to keep saying it. Just remember to let go of things when you take on too much. And that is your whole reading. That is everything. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment or whatever, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, Libra. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. That's wonderful. I'm so glad you're doing so well. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're using my Luminous Spirit Tarot, and we're going to find out what's going on for you, my Libra friend, in the month of September. Let's do it. All right, what's going on for Libra in September? What can we expect? Whoa! Got 3 cards right off the bat. Let's find out. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Yay. So that's your intuitive sense growing. All right. We got the 3 of Wands. That's work that has already been done. It's work that has already been done. My bad. And the Tower. All right. These are kind of hard to see because they're like pencil drawings, but oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. So there's the Tower. All right. Now, let's talk about this Queen of Wands. All right. So Queen of Wands, she's kind of unstable, right? She needs others to take care of her because she's so intuitive, she forgets to be present. Okay? She's like disassociates sometimes. It happens, you know? So watch that intuitive sense. It could be carrying you away a little bit in the month of September. The 3 of Wands indicates that you've done a lot of emotional work and you are just kind of chilling at the moment. In the month of September, you probably are... When I think of the 3 of Wands, I think of like, hurry up and wait. You know, you've done everything you need to do. Now you got to wait for everybody else to be ready so you can start the car and get out of here, right? So that's the kind of mentality I'm getting here. So let me get some clarification from this Queen of Wands here. We're just going to clarify these 3 cards, and then that'll be your reading, I think. That's what's going to go on. All right, so with the Queen of Cups, we also have the Queen of Wands. Look at that. Queen of Wands. Guys, she's lovely, isn't she? Okay, so the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, them here together, you have very feminine energy. I love it. I love your feminine energy, Libra. It's wonderful. Okay, it's very soft. It's not a motherly energy necessarily. It's more independent. I think it's definitely an independent energy. It's an emotional and intuitive energy. It feels, though, like you're not super grounded. There's not a lot of grounding in reality here. Let's figure out, why is this 3 of Wands here? What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on in September? I need a little bit more clarification. We understand that you, my Libra friend, you are creative, you are intuitive, you have a lot of passion, a lot of emotion driving you. Four of Pentacles, financial insecurity, or just general insecurity. Honestly, it could be insecurity about the way you look, insecurity about your finances, insecurity about your time, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you gotta hold on tight to things. So, trying to get a story here. The moon. Libra. What is going on? All right, so something big, a big change is coming in the Two of Wands. A big change is coming your way in the month of September, Libra. It looks like emotions are kind of ruling you in September as well. Just be aware that your emotions could carry you away since you do not seem to be very grounded. Whoa, King of Swords. Watch those words, my friend. Okay. Okay, Libra. On the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, top of the deck, the Sun. Okay, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Just be aware the month of September could be an emotional month for you. This is what I've got. Okay, I got a bunch of cards out. I want to talk about them. We'll see where we go. Okay. Whew. I gotta settle myself in for this, Libra. You got a lot going on. You have a lot of emotion. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of emotion ruling you in September. You're gonna be maybe not all over the place emotionally because it looks like you've already done a lot of emotional work, but your emotions are driving you in a big way. They're definitely going to be driving your actions in a big way. When I see the Knight of Wands, it tells me that emotions are driving your actions, okay? When I see the Queen of Wands, I know that emotions and passion are driving your creativity. The Three of Wands indicates that a lot of emotional work has already been done and you're kind of in this waiting for other people to catch up with you kind of mentality. And then with the Two of Wands, it tells me that you see something else on the horizon. You know, it's like you can see this Two of Wands is slightly different because it has this crystal ball here, which tells me that you see something in the future, like you are aware of something that is coming. And it brings me to this Tower. So it's like you've done a lot of work, you've done a lot of growing, and you've done a lot of emotional preparation, it looks like. And it's making me think of like a personal situation of my own where I've done a lot of emotional work and I'm waiting for some family members to catch up with this emotional work because it's based around an event that is inevitable. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but let me just say there's a big change coming for you and those around you in the month of September, and it looks like you see it coming, so you have done the emotional prep work for it, and like your emotions are going to get you through it. Your intuitive sense and your passion are going to get you through this big shift. But with this King of Swords here, this could indicate that you need to be careful of your insecurities making you lash out, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles and the King of Swords. You have queens and you have a king. You have a lot of security and a lot of confidence. You've done a lot of work. But Libra, that it looks like here that you could, because of this insecurity, feel the need to try to control people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't. You also have the Sun and the Moon, okay? So something that is hidden will be revealed in the month of September, okay? The Sun is illumination, it's positivity, and it's joy, but it is things being revealed. And the Moon is secrets, and the Moon is only revealed to our view when the Sun is reflecting off of it, okay? So something that has been hidden will be revealed, and it's either you're insecure about that or you're insecure about the way people are going to react to that change, or you're insecure about the way that this major change you see coming is going to affect you. Like you don't know what the result of the change is going to be. So you've done all this prep work and now you're waiting kind of anxiously. But I want to say, don't let your emotions kind of take hold. Don't let yourself get paranoid, because this change is going to affect you in a positive way. You just gotta work on your confidence there. How do we combat this Four of Pentacles energy? What's going on? How do we combat the Four of Pentacles energy for Libra in the month of September? Okay, we got the Empress and the High Priestess. Wow, very feminine energy, my friend. You're not, it doesn't necessarily mean you are female, okay? I read for everybody, okay? I'm just saying you got a lot of feminine energy. What that means is that you are going to be very receptive. You're going to be receiving a lot of other people's energy in the month of September. I imagine with the Empress and the High Priestess, people are going to be coming to you for advice and for like consolation in the month of September, which it's a good thing that you've done all that emotional prep work. It's a good thing you could see this coming. But whatever this change is that you're going to be going through, the way to get through the insecurities that are kind of holding you back from being really stable, it's just that you need to allow yourself to be that confidant, really. You need to just be aware that you do have it in you to be a wise advisor. The High Priestess and the Empress coming up together tells me that you are a very wise advisor. People should be coming to you for advice because you know what's going on and you know exactly how to get through it because you've done the emotional work, right? You know you've done the work. You know the right thing to do, and you know that other people will come to you eventually looking for those answers. You don't need to go seeking out other people or trying to control their actions. You can't do anything about that. You can only do a thing about the people who come to you. So since you only had that King of Swords energy and no other kings, and the rest of your energy is very feminine, I'm saying don't go seeking out people who you think need your advice. Don't do it. Okay. What needs to happen in September is you see to yourself, you take care of yourself, you make sure you continue doing your own emotional work, right? You just keep taking care of yourself, you keep doing you, and when people come to you for advice, remember that it's okay for you to give them advice because you do know what you're talking about, okay? You have already done the work, you've already gone through the emotional, it really feels like you've like done a lot of emotional processing that other people haven't quite done yet, and so you're there to help them catch up. That's what it feels like here. And so during the month of September, it looks like you're going to be this, whatever this thing is going to be revealed, or something big is going to shift, something is going to change, and all of a sudden you're going to have a bunch of people coming to you for advice. And what you need to do is just let them come to you for advice and give them the advice that they need. Don't try to control their actions, but just it's okay to sit in your power. You know, it's okay to like bask in your amazingness. It's okay. That's something I want you to be aware of, Libra, because that's where I feel like your insecurity is coming from, because you're very, very stable. You've done, like I said, over and over again, your emotional work. It just feels very much like you have a confidence issue. And that confidence stems from being kind of uncomfortable in your power. And what I want you to be aware of is that you are driving the car. You're the one in control. And all you got to do is just wait for everybody to catch up with you, and you can start the car and get moving. All right. But for now, it's okay to kind of bask in the fact that you're the first one ready. And you know what's going on. And you're just waiting for everybody else to catch up with you. And it is okay to just be there and enjoy that. Okay? That's what I want you to do in September. Just be there. Enjoy the fact that you are the one who is emotionally prepped. And don't worry about your finances so much. With that Four of Pentacles energy, your finances could be a source of stress for you. But because you're already in like an emotional state of mind, I think, in the month of September, I don't want you to worry too much about your finances, because that's something that's outside of your control, I think. You're just going to have to do what you've been doing, right? So whatever you've been doing, Libra, you're doing fine. Just keep on keeping on. And when people come to you for advice, it's okay to kind of like bask in that pride a little bit and be like, yeah, Yeah, I'm the one who knows what they're talking about. And now you guys know it. All right. So that's what's going on for you in September, Libra. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. How are you doing? That's wonderful. I'm glad you're doing well. So, we are here to talk about your September, and I have my Starman Tarot, and we're just going to jump right into it, okay? Now, my dear Aquarius friends, what are your plans for September? I don't know. Tell me about them. Oh! Sorry, I'm a bit of a mess. I was trying to shuffle, and it just didn't work the way I had planned. But it's okay. We're going to figure out what's going on with you, Aquarius. 5 of Cups. 9 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles. Aquarius. You're looking pretty unhappy. You're very, very lonesome in the month of September, Aquarius. You're looking like you're thinking too much. Focusing too much on the negative aspects of being by yourself, which is not necessarily very productive. We also have the Princess of Cups here. And what else? What else do we need to know? The 5 of Swords, the Prince of Wands. I'm going to get a couple more cards here for you to see if I can get the full story. Death also came up in the Gemini reading. Big changes, shifts. There's this focus on the negative. Here we go. Last couple cards. The Empress and the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, let's talk about this. The 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and on the top of the deck we got the Devil. The Devil. Okay. All right. We got the Devil. We got Death. 3 of Wands. The Empress. Okay. So let's talk about these swords. Let's talk about these swords first. Okay. So here we have the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, both of which talk about your thoughts sort of deceiving you and helping you to focus on the negative. So be careful, Aquarius, my dear friend. In the month of September, your fears, your thoughts, your paranoia could get the better of you. So keep an eye on that. Also, your anxiety could cause you to lash out verbally at people. So please, please, please try to stick with diplomacy in the month of September. You also have the 5 of Cups and the Princess of Cups here. So these cups talking about your intuition, right? I'm sorry, I'm always like turned around with the camera. So the 5 of Cups is you're focused so much on the negative. And when I see the combination of the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords, that tells me that you're paranoid, you're focused on the negative, especially with that 5 of Swords as well. 100%, you're super paranoid. You're super paranoid in the month of September. And it's because with this Princess of Cups energy, your intuition is growing, it's expanding. You're tapping into your intuition a little bit more deeply than you're used to. And for some people, that can make you really paranoid, okay? Because your intuitive sense is opening you up to more possibilities for the future, which exposes you to like the negative possibilities as well as the positive possibilities. And especially people who are like unconsciously very good at manifesting, you can accidentally manifest a whole lot of negative stuff in your life if your intuition starts to grow and expand, and all of a sudden your normal level of paranoia is amplified because your intuition is expanding and exposing all of these other potential bad scenarios to you. If that makes sense. Does that make any sense? I hope this makes sense. But essentially your intuition is expanding and your brain can't quite handle it, so you're getting a little bit paranoid in the month of September. So just watch out for that. Try not to lash out at other people. It is not their fault that you are paranoid. Okay, they may not actually be doing anything. It could just be all you, and you need to get out of your head a little bit. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles, and this Empress energy here, I'm feeling a lot of independence. All right. Financial independence, definitely. You could be getting a lot of money in the month of September. If you have not achieved financial independence yet, I imagine you will be well on the way in September. Minimum, you'll be laying the foundations. With this Prince of Pentacles energy, though, now this is the Knight of Pentacles. You see how stationary this horse is, okay, this mechanical horse. So there's also kind of a slow moving aspect of it. Like you may be laying the foundations, or you may have been working on it for a very long time, and finally you're seeing the fruits of your labor. And then you have the Prince of Wands and the Three of Wands. With the Prince of Wands being that Knight energy, that Knight of Wands energy, there's good things headed your way. There's a lot of momentum to gather. That seems kind of like these two knights seem very juxtaposed to one another, you know? If I saw like the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, then it would seem like smooth sailing. But because you have these two alternating energies, these two opposing energies almost, it's like you're feeling a push forward, but then there's something that keeps you stagnant. And then you have the Three of Wands here, which indicates that a lot of emotional work has been done, but that you're at a place of kind of waiting for your ship to come in. And with the Devil and Death, there's a shift. Death is obviously a shift and a change, and the devil can represent a few different things. It could be related to that Five of Swords energy, just being kind of that dramatic, gossiping, talking crap about people kind of thing. There could be a need to put an end to gossip. If you tend to be a gossiper, if you tend to be the kind of person who talks about others, September might be a very good time to put an end to that, because there might be enough emotional and intuitive growth that you can step back and examine your own behavior. I feel like that is going to be a major obstacle for you in the month of September, my Aquarius friend, is that you may experience like this desire for growth, but also like a stagnation, if that makes sense. It feels like there's one more thing. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's like one thing that we're missing. The High Priestess. Okay. All right. So your intuition is the key here. Okay, that's the deal with the High Priestess. Your intuition, the expansion of it, is the driving force behind all of your thoughts and actions this month. And so with that expansion of your intuition, you're going to get more insight into the devil part of yourself, you know, those decisions and habits and choices that you're making that are affecting you negatively and holding you back. So September is going to be really about reorganizing that. Yes, you may experience some paranoia. Don't sit in that paranoia. Acknowledge that it's probably just born from irrational thinking. Fight it off with rational thought. And if you notice that you are making choices that take you down a negative road, rather than complaining about it or blaming other people for it, or turning around and projecting on other people, like, don't be a hypocrite in September. Don't go calling other people out for mistakes that you also make in September. What I want you to do is, if you notice something about someone else that you don't like, examine why it is, like what it is in you that makes you not like that thing. Because the things that we dislike about other people are things that we dislike about ourselves. Often we are just projecting onto other people the things that we don't like about ourselves. So that's a thing you need to examine. in the month of September, Aquarius, is you need to examine how how you are projecting your bad behavior and your poor choices onto other people, and how that might be affecting your relationships. The expansion of your intuition, and the fact that you've already done some emotional work, tells me that there is a lot more growth for you in the future. It's going to be slow and steady going. Financially, I think you're going to be fine in September. Emotionally and mentally, you're going to need to like reorganize. You're going to need to seek some professional help, probably, because you may end up a little bit depressed. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you in September, Aquarius, is a great expansion of your intuition and of your self-awareness, but also a struggle to get over those hurdles. Because a lot of the time, realizing the places where you went wrong can be really depressing. Realize that you do have a lot of potential for growth. There's a lot of good in you, and change is possible with this Death card. You just have to kind of be willing to properly examine yourself and acknowledge the places where you have gone wrong and the places that need improvement, and then make the choices to change your behavior. That's really like your whole thing in September is going to be a lot of personal growth. That's just what I'm seeing. And it comes, like I said, from an expansion of your intuition. So exploring your intuitive sense through things like meditation, reading tarot cards, what is it? Pendulums, reading runes, anything that really appeals to you, that helps you kind of tap into that intuitive side, that side of yourself that kind of knows things without really knowing them. Okay. Whatever helps you tap into that. That's what you should be doing in the month of September. And that is everything I have for you for now, Aquarius. Man, this feels like an incomplete reading. This feels like you need a whole hour, Aquarius. I felt that way about one other sign in the earth signs. So, man, I think I'm going to end up doing like a whole general thing later this month for some of y'all. But for now, I say ta-ta for now, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful month, Aquarius.